In this video, we're going to look at some pictures that I took at White Sands, New Mexico. The other day, I went to White Sands, New Mexico. That place is really a fascinating place. But I went in and I thought, well, I've got the senior pass. I bought it several years ago, so I was able to buy it for $10 as opposed to the current $80, so that's kind of cool. But anyway, I went in and I asked the guy about it, and he said, well, I would let you go, but we can't let you go in right now because there's two problems. Number one, White Sands, New Mexico is right next to the White Sands missile testing area, and they're going to test a missile in an hour or so. And anytime they test a missile, we have to shut down the park, so you can't go in. And number two, we had such severe wind that the sand dunes wiped out the road, and so we've got to go out and bulldoze, and scrape and all that sort of stuff, recreate the road. So I said, well, I can't really go and do anything right now, so I'll just sit around and wait. I came back to my RV, had lunch, played with my dog a little bit, and saw the missile go off. It was a missile that was being fired by NASA, and unfortunately I wasn't able to get a good video of it because I was just wasting time, and whenever it went up real fast. I didn't have my camera turned on. I didn't have my camera with me at the time, so I missed getting a good video of it, but it just shot straight up in the air. And the vapor trail or the exhaust trail that it had dissipated really quickly, so I missed that. So they said it would be about an hour before they'd open up the roads and all that stuff so that we could go into the National Monument. So I waited a little bit longer, and then I turned around and looked off to the side, and there was a whole bunch of cops congregating around this bus. And they were picking up illegal aliens, I don't know. That's what it looked like anyway. So I went inside and I said, well, are we about ready to open up? And he said, yeah, I think so. You can go up at least halfway. We hadn't finished scraping the roads back yet. And I told him, I said, for you guys really did a great job of keeping me entertained while I couldn't go in and actually look at the sand dunes. But anyway, I went in and I got halfway through it, and then all of a sudden the scraper came this way, and he told me, the guy that was running the scraper said, yeah, it's open. So I was able to go back even further. But it was a really fascinating trip. Oh, by the way, the wind that I had, I talked with a guy and I asked him how strong the wind was, and he said that that they had gusts of 104 miles per hour. I mean, that's hurricane force. So that's why I was rocking and rolling all over the road. It was because, gee whiz, I was being buffeted as though it was a Category 1 hurricane. So there you go. Anyway, look at the videos of White Sand, and I'll talk with you later. Well, they let us in about halfway. The storm we had yesterday was pretty windy. Had 104 miles per hour wind, and it caused some of the dunes to shift over onto the road, so we can only go halfway. The boardwalk was at the edge of the dunes, and at the edge of the dunes, some grass will form. It's more vegetation around the edge of the sand dunes than there is in the middle of the sand dunes. While I was shooting this, the scrapers returned and they opened up the rest of the roads. I don't know if you can hear me or not with the wind, but this is the road out here. It's gypsum also, so it's kind of slick. But this is the about as far as I'm going to take it, because I don't want to start sliding the True Auto. I don't want to start spinning.